Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Let us start by giving you all a quick brief on what Octanet is. So, Tech Octanet is a budding startup headquartered in Bhubaneswar, specializing in IT solutions across diverse sectors including e-commerce, real. Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Let us start by giving you all a quick brief on what Octanet is. So, Tech Octanet is a budding startup headquartered in Bhubaneswar, specializing in IT solutions across diverse sectors including e-commerce, real estate, automation, and personalized business application. Our primary focus is to provide affordable services to startups, aiding them into their digital initiatives. In addition to our core services, we are expanding into the corporate training sector, aiming to equip future corporate employees with a solid foundation. We also address student needs by identifying academic project requirements, internship opportunities, and offering comprehensive solutions. We are proud to be incorporated as an organization with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, registered with MSME, and approved by AICTE for internship programs. Also, our commitment to quality is underscored by ISO 9001 2015 certification, ensuring that every project we undertake reaches highest standards of excellence. Okay, thank you so much. That was all. Let us now stage our instructor and start today's session.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, everyone. Uh, can you just write in the chat if I'm audible? Okay, thank you. So, uh, starting with my introduction, my name is Ramsha Iqbal. I am currently a final year student at the LNM Institute of Information Technology, Jaipur. And I have been doing full stack development from quite a lot of times. I have developed different projects of my college basically, and today I have planned to uh, teach you guys about some basic things to start with full stack development. We can say some of the basic things like HTML and CSS and JavaScript. I have planned today that I'll teach you basics of all these three things. And if you are stuck anywhere, you can just write in the chat box and I'll help you out. Fine. So, uh, can you guys just write in the chat box how much level, like how much you know in full stack development? So I'll just brush the things up, like how from where I have to start the things. Okay. No, no issues. If you don't know anything, we'll start together and I'll teach all the things in basic. You'll be able to develop some really good websites after this session. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me just share my screen and yeah. First of all, I start with basics of HTML. Okay, it's like required for uh, it's very important. Basically, you cannot build any website without HTML. No website can be built without it. So let me just. Is my screen visible? I've shared my screen. Is it visible? Okay. Okay. So let me just start from basic HTML. Okay, so what is exactly HTML? So HTML is not considered a programming language. Okay, it is a markup language. Like you don't need any compiler to compile it, and it's not a very like you can say a program. You cannot write codes in it. You cannot run it. It's a markup language. Like everything which you see on the web page, it's written in a markup form, right? It's like language of the web. Okay, so we can make it bold, we can make it italicized, and we can add image also. So it's kind of a markup language. Like I don't need a like text code editor only for writing HTML. I can also write it in Notepad also. Suppose I have this Notepad and I just write here something like some this thing, and I just save it. One thing is very important, I have to save my file with .html format only. After that only my web browser will be able to consider okay, this is my HTML file, and I have to basically render it on the web page. So if I just write in my Notepad hello with these h1 tags, basically there, I'll explain you further what these tags are. And if I just it's saved in my desktop, basically on my desktop. So let me show you guys. uh, just a second. Yeah, this is what I have saved as my Notepad, in my Notepad. So as you can see, hello is displayed on my web. I have saved as index dot, so I don't need any code editor for writing HTML, right? Now, there is also no need to write any boilerplate code. I'll explain you what boilerplate code is in some time, and my browser will recognize HTML. Okay, so as I have also shown you earlier. Now, let me just show you some code so that you can understand it more clearly what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so what is boilerplate code? If I just write doc type HTML, and then in this tag HTML, what is this lang equal to en? It means the language in which I'm going to write my HTML, or in which it will be shown, will be in English form only. uh, so if whenever I write in a document this doc type HTML, it helps my browser to identify, okay, my HTML code has started, and everything, all the tags will be considered as HTML tags after this. Fine. Is everything clear up till now? Is everything clear up till now? Okay, okay. Yeah, so if I just if you're just able to see, there are two sections basically. First is the head section, and the another one is the body section. Both of these sections are inside the HTML like tags. These are tags, everything written inside the arrow brackets, they are called tags. And inside the head section I have these meta tags also. So what are these meta tags? They are used to define what are the, like the character set, like which character set format I will use. Right, they are not that important, but we can just write it, because they can be important when we used to when we want to develop websites which are like responsive, like they can work on mobile view also. So like if I have written here viewport, it means that it will scale according to my like device. It will scale according to my device. We'll learn about this meta tag further when we learn about CSS. Okay, now what is the title? So anything that is displayed, like here, if I just show you, yeah, this is one website, and if you see anything which is like, I'm hovering on this portion, so anything that I write on the title tag will be displayed here, right? So if I just write about page, if I just go right click on it and I select copy path, and I open this file in my browser which I am showing you currently, I just go and paste it like this. So this is my about me page which I am just displaying you guys here. About me, I am a human, and you can see I have written the title about page. So about page is being displayed here. So this is the use of my title tag basically. If I just write here hello, then, and I just refresh it, then hello will be displayed here. So I hope you guys are able to understand what is the use of this title tag. And this head tag basically works on everything that is displayed on the top, right? Body comes, the body portion like h1, paragraph, and all these things, they come in the white portion. So anything which I write inside body will be displayed on the white portion of the web browser, that blank portion that you are seeing currently. Okay, so this is the boilerplate code which we generally write for writing HTML. Okay, we don't need it as such. Like we won't get any error if we don't write it, but it is a good practice to write, so we should write it. Now, if I just write h1, what is this h1? It is a heading tag. So basically, there are 6 type of heading tags in HTML. Yeah, so there are 6 type of heading tags. Okay, if I just write it in my body, I'll just show you with an example. I have written h1 here, and it is displaying one heading, about me heading. It's a relatively bigger, and it's showing that it is in heading. It is bold, and it is little bigger than rest of the text. If I just I have written h1, so let me show you what about me will look if I write it in h2 tag. If I just write it in h2 tag, h3, h4, h5, and h6, I just hit save and refresh. Then you can see the size of the text has changed. The h1 is biggest, and then decreasing order of the size. So that's about the heading tag. You can write headings. So one important thing also, that h1 tag should only be present once on the web page. It's a good practice. Okay, h1 tag should only be present once on the web page. After that, you have to write subheadings. Okay, it's a good practice. You can write more than one h1, but it's a good practice to write only one heading, and then rest followed by rest of the subheadings on the web page. Cool. Is my screen not clear? uh, okay, what do I have to? Okay, my speed is very fast. Okay, just let me share my screen once again. Just a second. I hope it's visible now. Please tell in the chats if this is visible. Okay, so which intro do I have to repeat? Like the introduction of HTML? Okay, so as I have already stated that HTML is not a programming language. Okay, it's a markup language. We don't need a compiler to compile it, and it's just like you are editing text for website. It's language for website. Or websites consider this language, and we no website can be developed without using HTML. Okay. After that, I told you about that there are different types of heading tags, which with decreasing order of their sizes. Okay, like I have written the about me portion here inside the body. What is body? Body is the white portion that is on my browser, just like this white portion is the body. And here I have written about me in h1 tag, so it's displayed like this. I have written h2, and it's the decreasing order of the size. Fine. Amrish, I think your internet connection might not be working good, since rest of the students are able to like see my screen. So you can just check your. Yeah. So have you guys understood about heading, or I should repeat it once again? Yeah. Okay. So I hope this heading part is clear to you all. Also, one thing I told, what is this title? This title is displayed on top of the web page, like this. I have written hello, so the portion where I'm hovering right now, hello. So it changes with title, right? If I write something else, then apart from hello, whatever I write here will be displayed here. Okay, so this is the first tag that we write in like HTML, h1. One thing more which I'm going to repeat is, you don't write h1 more than once on the web page. It can work, but it's not a very good practice. Okay, so always try to write only one h1 tag for heading, followed by these different subheadings h2, h3, h4. Okay, when we'll write more complex code, then you will be able to understand why we should use these practices. Okay, now I have told you about these tags. Let me go to the next HTML tag, which is the p tag or paragraph tag. Okay, what this paragraph tags do, basically the paragraph tags are paragraphs to be written on the web browser. Like, it's a simple text, I am a human. And uh, like, you must have seen different paragraphs. Let me show you some. uh, if I just show you the Wikipedia page, for example, you will be able to see different paragraphs on it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can see this normal text here. This is written in paragraph tag, basically. Okay, another lines, all these things are written in paragraph tags. They are not heading tags, they are not bold. Okay, so if I whatever thing I write here will be displayed in the form of paragraphs. If I write more than, I can write more than paragraph tags, more than one paragraph tags. Like, same, I'm a human, I can code, I go to college, like these kind of text. I can write more than one p tags in my browser, basically. If I just go to my browser and I hit on refresh, you'll be able to see that I have written three paragraphs, and they have some space in between them. I am a human, and then some space. So, paragraphs have different spaces between them. So, it is that space only. I can code and then space, and then I go to college. Clear? Are you able to understand the paragraph tag? Boilerplate is not used. Boilerplate can be used, but it's not mandatory. Like, your code will not throw an error for it. Like, it's not that your HTML will not work. It will work, but writing boilerplate code is a good practice. Okay, what thing do I have to repeat? Okay, now let me just explain you about the paragraph tag once again. This is the p tag or paragraph tags. I think you guys understand what paragraphs are in English. And if I just write p tag, I am a human, then it will be displayed in the form of paragraph text on my web page like this. Okay, I am a human. And for example, if I show you the Wikipedia page, okay, there are different paragraphs in it, like this paragraph and this paragraph. All of these are paragraphs written in the p tag or paragraph tags. Okay, so I have written three paragraphs. Paragraph, this is one, this is two, this is three, and we can write multiple paragraphs like this. And there is also not any condition of length of the text that I am going to write inside the paragraph tags. Fine. Like there are a lot of tags in HTML. Okay. uh, is it visible now? So is everyone comfortable with Hindi here? I don't know about it. Like I don't know if every one of you know Hindi here. So okay, okay. So I'll teach you in Hindi. Uh, if anyone has any issues understanding Hindi, then I'll have to teach in the main language. Okay. So boilerplate code is like what I have written here. This doc type HTML, not doc type HTML. This line which states that okay, जो भी मैं यहाँ पे लिखने वाली हूँ बेसिकली बॉयलर प्लेट, मतलब जो भी मैं यहाँ पे कोड लिखने वाली हूँ वो HTML का कोड है. It is boilerplate code basically. When I write tag language equal to English, ये भी हमारा boilerplate code में consider होता है. And then this head section and this body section, this is the boilerplate code. और जैसा मैंने पहले भी बोला था कि मैंने नोटपैड में HTML लिखी हुई है, ये मैंने सिर्फ H1 लिख दिया और मेरे ब्राउजर ने ये कंसिडर कर लिया था कि ये हेलो है. ओके, इसमें मुझे HTML मतलब ये वाला कोड नहीं लिखना पड़ा था, ये सारा का सारा डॉक टाइप HTML, लेकिन इसने कंसिडर कर लिया था उसको कि ओके H1 टैग है और इसने इसको ब्राउजर पे शो कर दिया था एकदम स्टार्टिंग में. लेट मी शो यू दिस ऑल्सो. ये मेरा जो फाइल है ये मैंने अपने डेस्कटॉप पे सेव कर रखा था, ये वाला. और जब मैंने इसको ब्राउजर पे डिस्प्ले करा तो मैं कुछ हेलो वर्ड डिस्प्ले कर पा रही हूँ बिना बॉयलर प्लेट कोड के. सो दैट इज बॉयलर प्लेट कोड. अंडरस्टूड? Okay, so I'll speak in English. Okay, whatever you are not able to understand, uh, please write in the chat box. I'll explain that portion in Hindi. Okay. Yeah. So that was about paragraph tag. There is also one tag, like there are many tags in HTML. uh, this is a tag. Okay, a tag is the reference tag. Like if I want to just add another HTML file, like I want to go to another HTML file, like I have this chickens.html file. This is my another file which I have written here, and I have linked it with my about.html. And if I just go my web page, this was my web page. Yeah, if I click on it, go home, then I'll be redirected to my chickens.html. Okay, So this is the use of anchor tag. We call it anchor tag, the A tag. If I write anything inside href, I can also write google.com. Suppose I write www.google.com, like google. Let's take youtube.com for example. Okay, and I just select it and paste it here. Okay, and I just go back to my website. Yeah, I refresh it and then click on go home. I'll be redirected to youtube.com. Okay, so this is the use of anchor tag. Okay, I hope you guys have understood about what is anchor tag. There are also many different types of anchor tag in HTML. I am giving you a reference where you can study about various different all the tags that are present in HTML. Just search W3 schools HTML documentation. Okay, you can refer it if you want to learn more about all the tags that are present in HTML. It's a very good like reference for studying about HTML. It has all the type of tags. I'll not be able to explain all the tags in limited time, so you can just refer it. Let me see if I can paste this link in the chat box. I have to connect my YouTube. No, I'm not able to connect it. So just see on the screen. Once again, I'll repeat W3 Schools HTML. You can search it on the web and you can learn about all the tags that are present in HTML. It's really a very good documentation. Yes, you should. You for learning web development, you have to learn about HTML at all cost because you cannot write code without learning HTML. Every other yeah, free code camp is also a very good website to study from scratch. If you prefer learning from videos, you can refer videos, and if you prefer reading, then you can learn about like you can see the documentation. Okay, fine. Yeah, so what else do I have to? Yeah, so I have taught you about the age tags, the paragraph tag, and the anchor tag. Okay, one another tag I've also taught you about the paragraph tag. Okay, another tag that we have is the list tags. Okay, the ul tag and the ol tag. Okay, so what is ul? Ul is unordered list. Suppose I just type and show you. If I just write, let me just remove the p from here. If I write ul, okay, and inside this I have to define list. Li list 1, li list 2, and same for, let's consider list 3. Okay, I just hit save and I go back to my, yeah, let me just copy and paste it again. About.html, copy path and open this path in browser. Yeah, so as you can see, my unordered lists are displayed as lists on the web page. Basically, list 1, list 2, and list 3 with bullet points. And another thing that you can see is only these bullet points are displayed. What if I want them as numbered list, like numbered? So again, in place of ul, I can just copy and paste it. And if I write in place of ol, what ol means? Ol is ordered list. Okay, the ordered list. And if I hit save, go back to my web page and hit refresh, then you can see I have typed a ordered list on my web page. Is this portion clear? Okay, what is attribute? Yeah. So attributes are basically what these things that are written inside this tag, like head. This is the attribute. Okay, ul attribute, li attribute. These are the attributes. So if I just uh, write ul, and inside these the li is common in both ul and ol. Okay. So my list will be displayed in this format. Is it clear? Is it fine? What doubt you have, Vishal? Ordered list is basically like I have this numbered list C, 1, 2, and 3. I'm getting these numbers. So this is ordered list. Like the order 1, 2, and 3. And if I want to write unordered list, then these bullet points will be displayed and I'll get this unordered list. So this above list is unordered list and this is my ordered list. Okay? As far as I'm able to understand your concern, you are saying that this is my start opening tag, okay, and this is my closing ul tag. Okay, I write closing tags by writing a slash inside these arrow codes. Okay, see, let me just zoom it more. Okay, so I have written unordered list, and inside this unordered list tag I have written these three list tags. Okay, and similarly, for just like the unordered list, I have written the ordered list. Okay, the list tag is list 1, list 2, and list 3 inside the ol tag. So that's how we write one tag inside the other html tag. Okay, and everything that is written here is attribute. Fine. And a body, basically you write all these things you write inside body. Okay, ol is ordered list, as I already stated. Like, please see here, I am getting this list 1, 2, and 3, and these bullet points are unordered. They are not ordered. Okay, this is ordered. So this is the difference between ol. This is ol. These three lists are ol, and these three lists are ul, unordered list. Fine. Yes. Okay. So this is about the ul and the ol tag. P tag. Now, okay, let me explain you a bit about what is the img tag. Okay, you might have seen in different, like, web pages, we are able to display images. Okay, what if we want to add an image here? Okay, if I write img, then it's an image tag. It is used to add images to my web page. Okay, one thing more, image tag does not have a closing tag. Like, we don't write it like this. We don't write it like this. Just a second. Yeah, we don't write it like this. We write it like this: image tag and one other tag. I'm not able to remember that tag. There are two tags in HTML which do not have a closing tag. Okay, let me just search it once. Two tags which do not have a closing tag. Yeah, another is the HR tag, the line break tags. Okay, I'll explain you what line break tags are. So there are two tags basically. Yeah, BR tag. Yeah, right. So these tag do not have like the closing tags. There are more, I guess. I don't remember right now, but there are, these are the tags which do not require a closing tag basically. So if I just write src, what is this src? Src is the source from where my image is located basically. Okay, and for example, suppose I take one image from here, from Google. Okay, any random image. I just want the URL of this image. Suppose I take this image. Okay, I click on it and I just copy image address and paste it here. Okay, this is my source, and I just go back to my website and refresh. Then you can see I'm able to see image on my browser. It's a very big image, but for now just let this, like, please like try to understand that what this image source is doing. It's just copying the portion where my image is located, the path, and we just paste it, and then it's able to locate where my image is. We can also add local images also. I'll explain you in a bit. So are you able to understand about the src tag, what src tag do? There is like image tag, and inside that the src. Okay, if I just write alt and I give name to my image, like my image one. Okay, and I hit save. If I don't have source, right, you might be seeing something like this on your browsers a lot of times. So alt tab does this, the alt that I have written inside it, like the image one and whatever I have written inside it. It's not able to display since I have not given a source to it. If I write back the source, if I copy paste back the source, then I'll not be able to see my alt, the what I have written here. Fine. Yeah. Is it fine now? You can say alt is basically giving the name to an image on your browser. A lot of times, due to connectivity issues or anything, you can say we are not able to see, like, the web page. We are not able to see the image basically. So alt tags is used in all that cases where we are not able to see the image, like to tell people that there was an image here, there was an image, but it's not able to currently display due to some or the other issues. For this reason we write alt tags. We have not yet reached to the css part. When we'll reach to the css part, we'll learn about adding the height and width value here. Okay, there I'll explain hypertext markup language. It's the full form of HTML. It's a markup language. The last two words have the markup in it, and we can use image tags as many times as we want. There's no limitation. Fine. Okay. Okay. One another tag that I have written here is SUP. So what is this SUP? Let's write down SUP. Okay. Let me just remove this image for now. It's very big currently. Let me just comment it out. Yeah. Static web page is basically whatever thing you write, like which is not changing on the web, on a single web page only. Like in React and everything, you change things, you change content on one page only, one on one browser only. So that's a dynamic web page, and static web page is something that that uses like some other URL, some other link to go to some other like web page. I will not teach DSA here, so I don't know about it. Ritik, I'll explain you in like the CSS part how we'll display these images properly. Just wait for some time. Yeah. No, this in this session I'll not teach DSA. Okay. As soon as I'll be able to explain HTML and CSS, then I'll explain what JavaScript is. When I'll be able to, I just select it like this. Like if I just select all these things and I hit on control and slash, then I'll be able to comment all of these things. It's the shortcut control and the button which has the question mark in it on my keypad. Control and hash, the slash symbol. Today's today's workshop is on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then tomorrow I'll explain further complex things about the website. I have not yet explained about div tags, so please wait for a bit. Okay. So I'm going further. Okay. So if I just, I was telling you about the sub tag and the sub tag. Okay. So if I just write here h1 hello, and I write my name. Suppose I write sub Ramsha. Okay. I hit save. Go back to my web page. Then you can see Ramsha is displayed below hello, somewhat in the y-axis below. So what is this? This is subscript. You might have written subscripts in your like what we write. We write H2O in chemistry. We write H, then sub 2, and then O. Okay. If I want to write something like this, I'll be able to write it like this. by using my sub tag. Okay, this is my sub tag. Similarly, if I want to write not below but above, like superscript, okay, h, and I write sub to o. Okay, hit save, click on refresh. Just a second. Superscript, I have to write in superscript form, so sup, then my 2 will be displayed above like a superscript. Okay, so these are the two tags in html which let me write in the form of subscript and superscript. Okay, uh, this is one of the example of boilerplate code which is saying that html should only have head and body tags. Inside head and body tags we have all the content, and all of this content goes inside the body tag which I am writing currently. Okay, CSS and JavaScript information about the website goes inside the head tag. I'll explain it a bit further how what what all the things you have to write inside the head tag, and I'll teach you about CSS. Another point, a web page should only have one h1 tag. It can have more, but it's a better practice to use one h1 tag. Okay. Sometimes you want to put in elements which are not available on your keyboard, certain symbols. So for them, use entity codes. There are different entity codes. For example, this code. Let's try writing this. What is this? Let's try writing one entity code. Okay. Let's see what is displayed here. Yeah, you can see this symbol I am able to display. This is not present on my keyboard. And similar to this, there are lots of entity codes. You can search on Google. There are lots of entity codes. You can write them. Okay. Are you able to understand the subscript, superscript, and the entity codes? Okay. I'll provide notes of this class. Which thing do I have to spell? We can write entity code inside any tags. It's not like mandatory to write them in some tags. Let me just check it. Yeah, we don't have to write it inside any tag. It's not mandatory. Okay. Yeah, entity code. Okay, so okay. Now let me explain you about what is div. So div is just like a container. Okay, container in HTML. Suppose I want to write like div, and inside this I can write my h1 hello dev 1. Okay, similarly I write h2 hello dev 2, hello dev, something like this. I write two things, and I just copy and paste and build another div. Let me name this as div 2. Okay, let me just remove all these things for simplicity. Yeah, so I have two divs here. This is my div 1, hello div 1, and this is my div 2. If I hit on save, go back to my web page, click on refresh, then you can see I have like two things displayed on my web page. They are still not differentiated. Why? I can differentiate it by using CSS. So uh, for now, just don't look at what I am doing currently in my style. I'm trying to like uh, show you the difference between these two divs. Okay. just, you can also type styles inside my CSS. Yeah. So hmm, style. If I just give border to it of 2 pixels, for now, just don't get confused. I am trying to differentiate between these two things. Okay, border, or let me just say color to differentiate it. Blue. Okay, am I able to see this? Yeah. So as you can see, I have applied the style of color blue to my first div. So only the elements of my first div, both. I have not added like style on h1 and h2, but on the div only. So I am able to see that inside div, all the contents that are written have changed their color to blue. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So div tag, can you can say it's just like a container basically, and you'll learn more about what these div tags do further when you'll build further things. So yeah, as I've also written here, div is just a generic container. It doesn't express any meaning, like it does not have any meaning. And to help in SEO, like it's search engine optimization. What is search engine optimization? It's basically the optimized version of your like website. Like whenever you apply screen readers, different type of screen readers, and everything on your web page, they are able to identify ki, okay, this is my div portion, this is my nav bar, this is my header, this is my footer section. So there are different sections in div. Like inside div, we have the nav, header, footer section, the normal section, the article section. So there are different types inside div also. Okay, these are also called semantic elements. Like they are exactly like divs, but their name tell us what elements they contain. Their name only tells. Like we have seen the nav bar. Do you guys know what is the nav bar? Semantic elements, not like segmented, but semantic elements. Yeah, yeah. Nav tag means navigation tag. Okay, fine. Similarly, there are header tags, footer tags, the section tags, and the article tags. Okay, so there are different types of tags. So we use it based on our situations. Fine. I have also displayed here like nav is used for navigation links on the websites. Let me show you one example of the website. Uh, which website can I show you? So simple web page or anything like that. Let me just take chat gpt for example. The like all of these things, the chat gpt forum mini, the login, the create account, all of this is the nav bar, right? So I can write this inside the nav, and then the header section in which I write heading, this is the footer section. The thing that I've highlighted here, by messaging chat gpt you agree with our terms, this is the footer section, and this is the main section. Okay, what can I help with? This section is the main section. Fine. Yes, we can place image inside the div. We can place, it's like a container. Like you take one jug, you can also place water inside it. You can also place like a lot of things inside it. It's not just limited, like you place water in, but you can also place a lot of things inside jug. So div is just like a container. Okay. Yeah. So these are this is semantic element. Same is the section that told you about. Okay, you can check about it in w3 schools, or in w3 schools documentation. They contain the proper description and everything about like these tags. You can just check it out. You will be able to understand it more clearly what I'm trying to just comprehend here. Okay. Yeah, emit is built-in support in VS Code. This you don't need to just understand right now. It's not that important. Another thing is BR, which I was saying, it does not contain a closing tag. BR tag is the line break. Everything that you write before BR stays on that line, and whatever you write after BR goes to the next line. For example, if I write in uh, like here, if I write p tag, okay, hello, my name is Ramsha. Okay, I hit save, go back to my web page, click on refresh. So I have written here, hello, my name is Ramsha. All of this coming in the same line. If I add br tag after is like this, and I refresh, then you will be able to see that Ramsha is displayed on the next line. So what br tag does, it shifts the like it shifts the rest of the text to the next line. Okay, so that is the use of br tag, or the break, you can say the break line tag kind of thing. Okay, so that is it goes to the next line. Fine. hr is the horizontal loop. It goes across the screen. So if I just write in my code hr, okay, hr, I hit save, go back to my web page, click on refresh, then you can see I have displayed one horizontal line which goes across my screen. This. So is it fine what PR and HR tag do? PR tag does not come under any tag, it can be written independently. Yes, I can share this notes. I'll ask the person which I've been talking to where to share notes, and I'll share the notes. Okay. Yes, I'll teach both front end and back end in the 6 years duration. We are inserted paragraph tag. I need a starting space. How to work it? If we insert a paragraph tag, so there are a lot of tags inside HTML. You can just Google and I don't remember all the tags. Self learning is always a good option. Like if you can just understand the basics of uh, like the basic of any language from here, which I am teaching right now, and just go back and just look at the documentation. You will be able to understand all the things very clearly. Yeah. Okay. So I think the portion of the basic HTML is completed right now. Let me just go to the form portion. Okay. Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. So after the session, what you can do is you can search on the web w3 schools and see all the all the tags that are present. There are a lot of tags. I don't remember all the tags, and nobody, like, I don't think all the people can remember all the tags at same instance. Like, there are a lot of tags. Okay, so just try going through it, and it's not a very good practice to mug up all the things in when you are doing code basically. So just search on it and you will be able to understand in great detail what all things you have learned today. Okay. So another thing which we are going to like study is the how we create tables inside HTML. Fine. So if I just go here and I show you, so let me just see if I have developed some tables or something. It does not contain table, I think. Yeah, this page does not contain table. Just a second. Let me just check. Hmm. Yeah. So there are a lot of there are some tags which help us create tables in HTML, right? So I think you guys understand how we have written heaviest bird here. We have used h1 tag for it, right? So let me show you the code. From the starting, I have written the boilerplate code starting with doc type HTML, then HTML language English, and inside this HTML tag, I have the head section. Inside head section, the meta section, and then I have the title, like the heaviest birds table, and it is displayed on my title bar, heaviest birds table. Then head section is completed, and after that we come to the body section. Start body opening tag. Inside the opening tag we write h1 heaviest birds, and then what we write table tag. Okay, table opening and closing tag. Let me just show you. This is the opening tag of table, and this is the closing tag of table. Okay, and everything is written inside it. Cool. Okay, so this is the starting and ending of my table. And inside the table, the next thing that I write is t head. What is this t head? If I just go back and I see this animal, it is written in bold. So this is due to t head. Okay, this is t head. All of these things that I write inside this is t head. Okay, t head is table head. Okay, and inside table head I'll write the headings. Tr inside table row, write th animal, average mass, maximum mass, and flighted. Let me just comment rest of the things. T body, so that you can understand it more clearly. Yeah, I have commented this, and I have also commented the second table. Okay, so right now what I have in my code is the simple table opening and closing tag. This is my table opening and table closing tag. Okay, this is not closing. Let me write slash table. Okay, this is my table opening and closing tag. It defines that okay, my table has started. After that, what I have to write? I have to write t head, which displays that okay, t my head section of the table, okay, is started. That head section of the table. Okay, the opening and closing tag of the head section. This will again not work if I am not going to write anything inside it. So nothing will be displayed. But we have to write this. Okay, the table and then t head. After that we write row. We want the headings on the row side. So we write tr. We write tr. And as soon as I write tr, again nothing will happen. Why? Because I have not written contents inside my tr. What is tr? Tr is the row portion of my table where my headings will be displayed. And if I want my headings, then I have to write th. Fine. Th opening and closing tag, just like they are just like h1 and h2 tags. So as soon as I just comment out these things, I'll be able to see inside my head section the heading tags. So these are the table, starting of my table, the T head, which displays that okay, my T head portion has started. After that, I want to display in TR form. Let me just try changing it. Just to see. No, it's not changing. I don't remember the column tag, but it's the row tag. So due to this TR, I am able to see it in a row form, like in one line, horizontal line. I write animal, TH, animal average mass, maximum mass, and flighted. So I'm able to see them in a row. Fine. No, it's not mandatory for H1 and title tag to contain same text. Are you guys able to understand like what is this T head and TH elements basically? Whenever we start writing about table, we have to tell HTML ki okay, I have started writing table, I have started building table. After that, I write what is my head section of the table, so I write T head. Inside that, I display what is the in what format my headings will be displayed, so we write TR. After that, I write my heads like TH and everything. Just a second, I just connect my laptop to the charger and I'll be back in a second. Yeah. So I was telling you guys about the table. So this is my table, the heading section which tells what is T head, and then TR to display my headings in row form, and then I have TH. Inside TH, I write animal, then average mass, everything that I want to write basically. I write it here, and then these are the closing tags of whatever I have written basically. Understood? Yeah. Now, next, what I can do is this was my head section basically. So the T head section. Okay. If I want to include contents inside my head section, so what I do is I write T body Just like HTML, I write T body. Okay, I had T head, then I write T body, and inside T body I no longer write TH. I am not no longer writing head of my, like the heading of my table columns. I write TD. So this will be my first like heading. So first animal, let's say ostrich. Okay, ostrich. I have written this code here, so I'll just copy and paste it. I have written TD here. So they are the table details or the table like portions. Just a second. Let me show you. I have, yeah. So I'm able to see all the contents that I have written inside it. Fine. I have pasted only three. So there are four columns. So I have pasted four. Yeah. So this is my like four table details, four columns and four table details. Okay. So this was what how I can write inside the TR only. I'll also add TR here. I have not written TR to display all these contents in row form. Fine. Just similar to how we were writing HTML boilerplate code, we like the table code. Like table inside that head section, then the body section, the T body, then the TR, the TD, then again the closing tag. Okay. I hope it's clear. TH is basically used when I want to display any content as a heading form. Like I have table, and of all the columns I want heading, right? I want heading of that. So for writing heading, for displaying that this is okay, this is heading, right? I write TH. If I don't want to write it as heading, I write it as TD. So it will be displayed as normal text. It will not be bold. Like this, these things are bold, right? Average mass and all of these things are bold. But if I write ostrich inside TD, then it is not bold. It is written as simple text. So what is a table basically? It contains like heading of columns, like name, age, etc. So the name is heading, right? So I have to write it inside the TH tag. Let me just tell you in a more simpler form. If I have this TH and I write here like TH name, then it will be displayed like a name of the column now. Then TH age, and I just refresh. The name and age, it will be displayed like a heading of the column, right? If I and same inside name, if I want to write ostrich and I want to write age 100, and I just remove these things because I only have two columns, so I need two TD inside my like two table details. Since I have two columns only, name and age. So if I write it like this, then it will be displayed like my table. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So another thing that I have to, yeah, because inside table I have only shown. So this was the bigger version of what I had displayed. Like I can make more than one table, right? So suppose I have made this table, okay, this TH and T body table, fine, and I want to build two tables. Let me just build two tables. I can create more than one table, and I can add like headings in between them. So suppose I have removed everything. I create a table once again. I write table. This will tell my browser, okay, table has, okay, all other code that I'm going to write inside this will be for table only. This is the second table. Let me just write table 2. Okay, this is my table 1. inside this table I write T head, okay, T body. This is my head of the table, like headings, where my headings will be displayed. This is the body where details inside the table will be displayed. Similarly, I can do for the second table. T head, T body. Fine. These are my two tables. Suppose I create one table and inside this I write, I want my headings, like I want my headings in the form of row. So I write TR, okay. Inside TR, I write my first heading, name. I write my second heading, age. Fine. So that's how my name and age column will be displayed. Similarly, what I want the name, I want the details inside this name and age. So inside what I'll do, I'll write, just a second, I have written headings inside my body. Let me just remove it. I will write inside head, okay. So I have write T head. Inside T head I have written in my row two headings, name and age. Inside body now I'll write the details. I want it in row form. I'll write TD, TD, and yeah, okay. So I have written it in this form. Fine. If I just hit refresh, then I'll be able to see my details, like table details. I can also create another table inside T head. If I write TR, the row form, TH. Now this can contain my like school, okay, and qualification, okay. It can contain this. And inside my body, I again write TR, TD. Since inside body my table details will come, so I will write TD and I write XYZ and suppose ABC. Okay, I hit refresh. Then you can see I'll be able to see two tables on my screen. Fine. Okay. So this was about the table details. Fine. Just a second. About tables, I have taught you the header. Now you know what is TD. TD is a table data cell. Okay, they are inline elements. I'll explain you what inline elements are, and they are used to get in different rows. And to get in different rows, we use TR. We have also written TR, TH. It puts column headings. TH, they contain the column heading. TH contain the column heading. T body contain body of the table, and T foot contains the footer of the table. Fine. Okay. So again, another thing that I have here is row and column span. So when a heading spans multiple rows or columns, this will make a heading take up to two rows. Similarly, th column span equal to two. Let's try this. Row span. Let me just take th row span equal to two. just a second. School, inside school, I have written this. Hmm. I don't remember the use of row span currently. Has anyone ever used these row span and column spans? You can also search it on the web and tell me. Just try searching on the web, since it's not possible to learn everything that is written here. We can also always Google things. So just search and try to understand what these things do. Fine. So forms, what are forms? Forms are the collections of input, checkboxes, buttons. So in form we have different things, like suppose I want to create a form like this. Let me just copy the path and okay, okay. Yeah. Suppose I want to display a form. Form is something like this. I type something and I click on submit, right? You might have seen different forms, like the login page of different website is also form. Similarly, a lot of different things we have here. So hey there, this won't submit. What is this? This highlighted text. This hey there, this is a button. Okay. This hey there, this is a button. This won't submit. This is a button. If I write enter your username, suppose I write Ramsha, so I'm able to write something inside my web page. So this is my input. Okay. Anything that I'm writing here is my input. Suppose I write my password and then I click on, I can select my like color or anything from this checkbox, enter a number. I can select like 1 2 3 4 5 6 in my arrow, another username. So there are different types of inputs, like these are made using the input tags. It does not, these are all buttons. This is checkbox. Similarly, this is a circular checkbox like this. Radio buttons, these are the radio buttons. I can also make this drop down kind of thing. These things, we can develop these kind of things using HTML. Okay. I can also write, like type something here. Okay. This is my form validation. So, but this is basically about forms. So, how can we develop these things, right? Again, I write my boilerplate like code, like the doc type HTML, the HTML language equal to English, the head section, and inside that the title, and then the body h1. This is my form demo. Okay. If I write anything inside button, this is another tag in HTML, button. This is what I am able to see, something like this button. Okay. So if I just write button and anything inside this, suppose I write anything inside this like hello, I'll be able to see hello inside my button. This is hello. Again, after that, there is another tag in HTML named as the form tag. Okay. This is the tag in HTML. It also contains the opening form tag and the closing form tag. Right. For now, just remove this action. What this action do, it what it does is, whatever URL I will give it here, it will uh, go to that particular URL all clicking submit. Okay. It will go to that particular URL if whatever I do on this action. Basically, another button like this won't submit. Type, I have also defined here, like the type of button. Then I have this label. So what is label? Let me just create a new file and just Yeah, let me just create a new file so that it will be more clear to you. Yeah. So what I had written doc type, yeah, not doc type HTML. Okay. Then I have HTML tag. Then I have my head section. Then I have my like body section. Okay. Inside head, I write title, hello inputs. Okay. Then inside body, these are some different, just a second, H1, these are some different inputs. Okay. Suppose I write something in input tag. This is my input tag. Okay. This tag. This is my input tag. Okay. And if I write like this is my input tag. I don't write anything here. Let's check what is displayed on the screen. I just right click here, select copy path, and go back, hit on paste. Yeah. So I am able to write something here. Is it fine up till now? Yes. We can use different th for increasing the number of content inside this like rows. We can use more tr also. Yeah, the number of rows like will increase. Is this clear up till now? Okay. So this is my like input tag, and I can also write a lot of things inside this. Suppose I want to like add a placeholder, enter your name. I write something like this inside placeholder, enter your name. I hit on save and I go and refresh. Yeah, I hit refresh. Then as you can see, even though I do not type anything, I am able to see something in my placeholder. This is enter your name written in some gray color. So it is there due to this placeholder that I have written inside this input. Another thing that I have with input is, yeah, name. I can also give my name to this input. Like if I just write name, then I can say it as name input. It this input takes the name. So I can just identify a lot. There are a lot of inputs, so I can give different names to this input to define it. Another thing, if I just add a label above my input, okay, and I write here, please enter your name. So this label will be displayed for my input. Okay, this label and input come as pair. Okay, if I just refresh here, then you can see that I have this label, please enter your name, and after that I have my input. I just add Ramsha Iqbal, so I can add it as my input. So this is the first type of input that we have in HTML. First is the label, and after that the input. Another type, let's we can create multiple inputs also. Suppose I want this name, and after that I create another label of like please enter your password. I just correct it, label. Hmm. Then in input, Okay, in this input I'll add in my placeholder enter password. Okay, I'll give name to this input as password. This name will not be displayed anywhere on the web browser, only browser will know that this input's name is password. Okay, yeah, so I'm able to see another label, please enter your password, and then enter password. Okay, similar to this, this is my type input. Okay, this the input type is, it's like taking text. Okay, if I add input type, then I'll be able to see different types of like input. So right now I have this as text. Okay, then I'll be able to add text in my input. If I just change it to some other form, like if I change this to like button, then I'll be able to see button here. Fine. Similarly, apart from button, I can use like radio. If I hit save, I have changed this type, I'll be able to see this radio button for input type. I can also change it to a lot, there are a lot of input types. The button, the checkbox, I can also select the checkbox type of input. I hit refresh, I'll be able to just use this checkbox. Again, some other type of input, I can select radio is done. I can also select the range type of input. You can check out the different type of input by googling. There are a lot of inputs. Like I was showing you in the previous website. Just a second. Like this website. Yeah, the different, very different types of input, like this color input, this text input, the range input, the option input, the radio button, the checkbox. So there are different types of like input. Is the input portion clear? Okay. Okay. So they come as pair. Label and input come as pair. You can define type of the input. This is important. Like what is the type of input? This is very important. Right now, let me just change it to back to text. Okay. You can check this in your browser and you can just Google it. What are the different type of input? You'll be able to understand it now. Now input, yeah, see I have different types of input here in my text also, like the input type text, input type password, input type color, input type number, etc. Okay, now another thing, when we submit a form, http request is sent to the server and we control where that request goes. As I already told you, inside if I write form action equal to this. Okay, so I am controlling where my form will go after I click on submit. Suppose I wrap all of these things. Okay, I wrap all of these things inside my form type. Let me just take form, and I have wrapped my all of the three inputs inside my form. Now for submitting I need one button. Okay, I need one button. So I have displayed this button. Click this. Okay. I have saved this, and I can just give action like to the URL, different URL. Suppose let's take this URL like forms demo. No, it's not hosted. So let's take the like any URL. Let's take the GitHub URL. Okay. Let's just copy this. Okay, and paste my URL here. Okay, what another thing that I have to do? Yeah, so for now, Yeah. Okay. I hit save. Let's see what happens. Okay. So as you can see, as soon as I click on submit button, I have not given any URL in button. I have not given anything inside this click this. Only I have written my URL in form action, and this button is inside this like form, like in this form. So as soon as I click on this button, I am redirected to some other page. Okay. So this is the use of action in form. This thing, the action. Fine. Okay. So I have told you about placeholder. Placeholder is an attribute which specifies placeholder text for an input field. Then I have label. Label is an inline element and it associate a piece of text with corresponding checkbox or basically corresponding input. Yeah. Button submit. This button will submit inside the form. Okay. If this button is outside the form, it will not work. This button will not work. Let me show you. Suppose this is the click this button and I make a new button outside the form. Okay. Give this name click this too, and I go back to my browser, click on refresh. Yeah. Click on refresh. This was my page. Yeah. Click on refresh and click on this click to button. Nothing will happen because this is not inside my form. If I click on the first button, then I'll be able to see the URL that I have displayed. Yeah, sure. Just a second. So we were doing about the table. So yeah, this was the code for table. I have written simple doc type, then HTML. Inside HTML, I have the head section. Nothing will change here. All of the things will be changed in the body section. Then I have my heading, heaviest birds. Then I have started building my table one. So starting for table, I'll add one tag, which means that my table, the code for my table has started. How my browser will recognize ki, okay, what I am going to develop now is for table only. Just like we did in HTML, we had defined head and body. We will define the same for table also, like t head. Okay. After that, t body. Inside t head, I will write tr. What is tr means? Tr means I want my all my headings in a single line in a row. Okay. So inside this row, what I'll have th, the headings, the table headings, th name, th age. Okay. After that, in t body, I will again write tr, like this is my first row, and I can write td Ramshan 20. And if I just copy and paste it here, I can add another entry. This, if I can make multiple tr. Suppose I have written this tr and I write Ramsha 1. Okay. And hit on save. Open this in my browser. Yeah. So as you can see, I have made two entries in the table, Ramsha and Ramsha 1, by making this tr, and inside this all the table details. So I can make multiple, like multiple tr. Then this is the end of my t body and the end of my first table. Then this is, I can, just like this I can create multiple tables. So I have also created multiple tables. The second, I have created two tables in this web page. So this was basic about like the table. Okay. After that, I was telling you about the forms. Okay. So if I want to build a form, something like I want to create a form, so I will write form action wherever I want to redirect it to. I just like I have given a link of GitHub, I'll give it, and then h1, and all of the things will be wrapped inside my form. and I have to give one button inside this form. Like this is the button which I have given inside this form. If I click on this, I'll be redirected to link which I have given in the form. Okay, just let me show you once again. Let me just remove this. Yeah, this is my forms web page. Hmm. Suppose I can write anything inside this input. Anything inside this input also. If I hit on click this, I'll be redirected to the link which I have given in the action portion of my form, right? And if I click this too, since it is not inside my form, it is outside my form. See, my form tag has closed here, and this is my button. So this will not work. Only this button will work since it's inside the form tag. Clear? Okay. So this is about the basic form. Try building it on your own, then you'll be able to understand more about it. So label is written above the input field. Button submit. I have also told you about this. Okay. I have also told you about the check boxes, the radio buttons. It is also a type of like uh, input. If I write, suppose I write select, it is also a tag in HTML. Select. Okay, then I give options. 1, 2, 3. I hit save, go back, refresh. Yeah, so I have done this is my select 1, 2, and 3. So this is what select tags does. Just like an input tag, we can also use the select tag for selecting things, basically making this drop down and selecting this. Okay, the range I have told you about, we can select input type range. Yeah, we can also add step min max. We can do a lot of things. You can just uh, go through it. There are a lot of things, okay, inside this input tag. If I add required, then it means that I have to like give that input, otherwise it will not submit. Okay, there are a lot of times when we are asked that this input field is required, otherwise we will not be able to submit the form. So this is that required field. Okay, fine, this is not required for now. I'll explain you sometime. I'll give you these notes, you can go through it and you can google it, so you will be understand things more clearly. Okay. Okay, so this is one assignment, like which you can do for like uh, I have given you like this assignment in which you have to develop a page similar to this. You take the screenshot of this page and try building it on your own. Yeah, you have to develop a page like this. Okay, you can take the screenshot and try building it on your own. Okay, have you taken the screenshot? Okay. So I guess for now, there are a lot of content that I have taught you. So tomorrow, I guess I'll explain you, or should I start CSS part right now, or I can take your doubts regarding HTML. That will be, I think, much better. You can ask your doubts if there are any regarding HTML, and tomorrow I'll teach you about the CSS concepts. Just try to Google things and you'll be able to complete this. Just try doing it since I guess you are joined to a particular group. If I am only there, I don't know. I'll just convey this assignment, how to submit. I'll just convey and I'll tell them that they have to submit this assignment. Then I'll tell you in tomorrow's class. You can do that assignment. Just I'll give you the notes. Just try to understand all the things. And if you are not able, and try to Google things. How will I attach images from our own PC in image tag? Pallavi, I'll try to like when I'll teach you about CSS, then I'll give you this assignment to add background image in anything. If you know about it, you can add background image. I have planned to like complete HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but I think there are a lot of people who don't know a lot of things about like HTML and CSS stuff, so I cannot directly jump to JavaScript. So I have to take into consideration all of the people, and then I'll be able to like move forward. I have planned to starting the backend from from the next day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So I'll just see what happens tomorrow. If your people are able to understand CSS quite fast, then we'll complete JavaScript, and then the day after tomorrow we'll start with the backend. Yeah. Column span and row span. Okay, just let me just think about like any example where I can show it. Just a second. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Column span 4, 6. Mhm. Yeah. So let me just share my screen to show you an example of row span and column span. Okay. So yeah. So as you can see, here it is written inside th call span equal to 2. Suppose I write it to 1. Call span equal to 1. Let's see what happens. I hit on run, and what I'm able to see here is the name span, the span of my table, this line that you can see is limited to only one column. If I change it to 2, then my uh, if I change my call span to 2 and I click on run, then you can see my name has expanded and taken this like two columns, like it has taken the column span of 2. Okay, again to 1, run. Here you can see Smith and Jackson, they are coming in age portion. They should not come here. It should take like Jill, Eve, Smith and Jackson, they all four are like names. So I want to span it to more than one column. So for that I will use 2, and then 2 columns will come for name. My name like heading will be for 2 columns now. Jill and Eve column, and then Smith and Jackson column. Similarly, if I go ahead and make it 3, then it will be expanded to 3 columns. See, my table retain now inside name, these 3 columns have come. Okay, and inside age nothing. If I just change back it to 1, my name will come here, and I can also change my age span column. I'll just select call span equal to 1, like 2. Then my age span will contain like 2 columns. Smith and like Jackson, and 43 and 57, they will come inside age. So I hope I'm able to clear what the call span is. Uh, we'll study about JavaScript in tomorrow's class. Today's assignment I showed you, just yeah, this one. The race, you have to develop this page using HTML only. Take the screenshot of this page and try developing this. Fine. Just do one thing so that we are able to complete the CSS portion tomorrow a little fast. Just try going through the documentation of W3 schools. The W3 schools CSS documentation. In that way, I'll be able to explain things more easily to you. So we can go a little bit faster than today. Okay. This is the CSS documentation of W3 schools. You can go through it for CSS if you complete HTML. For that box near first name, which box for in the like registration, like this? Yeah, you have to use input tag for that. For that box you have to use input tag. Anything else that you want to ask? So I think it's